Yes, our topic is diesel HVs, and I Ganesh and Vinayak are presenting it. Sir, it's our outline of the presentation that diesel
Oh,
HVs
Ganesh,
and
hold. Go to the first slide. Below there is coming one bar. So click on hide.
no, sir.
Okay. Now you can start. थोड़ा पीछे रहो. Don't totally come on the thing like this. हाँ, थोड़ा पीछे रहो and start
Yes.
with a good afternoon to all, and then you can start. Okay, please start.
Good afternoon, also.
Good afternoon.
Our topic is diesel HVs. I Ganesh Balkote and my friend Vinayak presenting this presentation, sir. Our presentation on diesel HV is our outline that diesel HVs and comparison with the gasoline hybrid electrics and that's advantages and disadvantages and the electric or hybrid ships and that hybrid electric ships probes and probe propulsion system and system architecture hybrid electric ship and introduction. So now we can say that what is HEVs? HEVs is a combination of internal IC engine and the electric proportional system, and these have come up with a more automotive technology that where they are included in the ships and aircrafts and non-ground vehicles also. Now the diesel HEV is an IC engine is a nothing but a regular HEV except that IC engine have you instead of IC engine we have regular HEV except that IC engine diesel sorry diesel engine is nothing but a regular HEV except that IC engine is a diesel engine instead of a gasoline engine. Diesel engine is more efficient than compare with the high compression gasoline engine that high diesel engine having the high compression pressure as
Correct.
a high compression pressure diesel engine is having 15 to 20 high compression pressure as the gasoline is having 9 to 12 at the low speed diesel engine is better for the fuel economy as avoiding the parasitic losses that the parasitic losses means the engine provides some energy it's converted into motion that loss is reduced as we compare with the gasoline engine. Diesel engine is a more efficient in a given size of engine and diesel engine have fewer component and less maintenance than the gasoline engine and high power and important in the cost has reduced and in the advantage that greater efficiency with a in a smaller internal combustion engine and results high internal energy losses and HEVs utilize the regenerative braking and capture the energy into batteries and reuses that energy and in HEVs the consumes that the conventional internal combustion engine maintenance is similarly performance levels less fuel as the diesel engine includes less lower greenhouse gas emissions that such as CO2 as disadvantages that less power and more expensive and poor handling and higher maintenance cost and battery replacement is prices. Next, Vinayak will continue.
Yes, Vinayak, please continue. Make
Okay.
yourself visible first. Ganesh, you
Sir,
can mute your video.
visible. Hello, sir.
Vinayak, I cannot see you, but anyways, you can
Okay.
start presenting. Vinayak, can you see yourself in the sidebar?
No, sir.
So your video is not turned on, I guess.
I turning on, sir, but it's automatically it's getting off, sir. I think any settings.
Because this will be uploaded in YouTube, so it would have been better if we could view the speaker while he is speaking.
Okay.
So just try if you can view yourself.
Hello, sir.
If you can see yourself, it's okay.
Sir, I
Not
start with
possible?
my mobile, sir. In laptop, it is turning off automatically, sir.
Okay. Fine, you can start presenting. Hybrid electric ship.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I continue with my topic, that is hybrid electric ship. This comes under the diesel HVs. Why you use diesel HVs? What is the benefits, advantages, disadvantages, comparison with gasoline? All is told by my fellow, that is Ganesh. I start with the basic example, that is ship. It uses diesel HVs. When you consider ship, the overall power need in a ship could be anywhere from 1 megawatt to almost 100 megawatt. But when you in this topic, we only discuss about only proportional system, that is motor and power generation and distribution only.
Vinay, one
Not
second. Vinay, 1 second. Ganesh, you please mute your audio.
Yes.
hello, sir.
Ganesh, please mute your audio. Yes, now present. Vinayak, now, yeah. Make it full screen and present. Correct. Please present.
In the start with the overall power needed for a ship is anywhere from 1 megawatt to 100 megawatt. But when you in this slide only we discuss about the propulsion system, not a overall system in a ship. So
Correct.
we can proceed with in initially the motor used in a ship propulsion were DC motor, because that older days there is no induction motor or advanced induction motor. So in older days they uses DC motor. But in nowadays the technology goes on, ships DC motor can be replaced by robot induction motor, because when you use the robust induction motors, they are self excited synchronous motors. The benefit of using these motors: reliability and efficiency. The main advantages of field excited generator is the ability to control the voltage by controlling a magnetic field, which can be done using some semiconductors. After that, the the choice of particular architecture is dependent on the size, and this can be significantly affect the cost. The architecture means in a ship we use we if you use a gasoline, it is called gasoline ship. If we use mainly water fuel cell, it is called purely electric ship. If you use gasoline plus fuel cell, it is called HEVs, that is hybrid electrical ship. After that, hybrid electric ship uses pod propulsion system. We discuss the pod propulsion system in the next slide. After that, if you use HEVs, the future will be cheaper, cleaner, and more reliable proportional. Because if you use HEVs, there is a before my friend said that there is less emission of CO2, and if you didn't use any gasoline engines, our ship will be cleaner and reliable proportional, means the energy cost for proportional to rotate a proportional system is less. So transportation will be cheaper than before or older days. Next slide, finish. We said that pod propulsion system. What is pod propulsion system? Pod propulsion system is a which contains a turbine or a stator, rotor, or any other bearings. Apart from the ship, it is not in the ship. Uh, it is it is outside the ship. We see a pros of a pod propulsion system. The pod design should not disturb any other measurements performed in the same ship model, because we in making of ships we will make number different types of ships, but at the last time we attaching the pods proportional, it is outside the outside the ships, so it not affect any ship's model. The second one is the direct drive should be fixed unit around which wide variety of pod shapes can be built. So it's does not depend on the ship model. So we can make different types of pod shapes. The last one is the pod is capable of being turned through a full 360-degree if needed. This eliminates the need to have a radar in the ship. If we didn't use a pod system, we use a radar to turn the ships uh, which we require a direction. But we use the pod system as our proportion system. We eliminate radar. Next, let's finish. It comes architecture of hybrid electric ships. Here, architecture means it contains variety of architectures. First of all, you only use a gas turbine, heat engine, nuclear power plant, or diesel engine. It is called a gasoline based gasoline based ship. If you only use fuel cell, it called purely electric ship. If you use combined both gasoline and fuel cell, it is called hybrid electric ship. In there, in here, power sources are a diesel engine, gas turbine, heat engine, nuclear power. These are mainly converting mechanical power to our electric power. In fuel cell, it is used as a battery cell or electric source. After that, we use generator and generator, power conditioning, power electronics, and distribution also used. Transformer is used for step down or step up the required power voltage. After that, we use a power electronics converter to uh, fuel, getting a required output of fuel cell. Motor drives are used here are in induction motors, synchronous motors, reluctance motor, and other motors. Loads are here auxiliary loads means lamps, ignition, power steering, power brakes, or headlamps in a ship, wiper, horn, signal lamps, rear lamps, or USB chargers. In gear or direct drive means it's a propulsion. It comes under a propulsion system. Hello, next slide. Hello. Ah, architecture of, yeah, I explained briefly in above figure. It also show that figure to give complete overview of possibilities in terms of generation, distribution, and proportional in a ship. If the ship generates system uses a diesel or gas turbine, then overall ship system could be considered to a hybrid system. Whereas if there is no mechanical power system, for example, if the fuel cell is the only source for, then the ship will be completely electric ship. Next is the generator is device that converts motive power into electric power. After that, motor drives are inductions, synchronous, reluctance, and other motors. After that, on the propulsion side, the main to run the ship, we use synchronous or induction motors. At last, next.
So is the presentation over? Fine. So Ganesh and Vinayak, so though very big topic was given to you, you have presented it properly, and the big block diagram of hybrid system that Vinayak has explained, it was explained nicely. Very good, good presentation. So next I ask group number C10, Naveen and Vishwaradhya to do their presentation.